Hey folks, thanks for stopping by the shop with me today. Well, we're getting that time of year. It is the season where everybody's starting to do a little bit of gift shopping for their loved ones. And I've got something here that would make a great gift or a stocking stuffer, just depending on how much you're wanting to spend in those categories. And that's something that our friends have sent over to us from Ottocast. This is the Car TV Mate. Now, any of you guys that have watched my channel for a while, you know that Ottocast has sent me several different things that I've tested out, and I've loved them all. And this is definitely no exception here. Great product, and the best thing about this is it's got a really nice price. Depending on the configuration you get, you can be sub $100 on this, whereas, I demoed earlier the Airbox P3, I think is the name of it, and that's kind of a high-end item there, where this is definitely going to be more budget friendly, but it's packing more technology than they ever have before. So this is the product right here, the Car TV Mate. And it has two primary functions, at least the version that I've got here. You can get one that's strictly just for HDMI input, or you can get one in my case that has HDMI input and Apple CarPlay, and then they also make an Android Auto version. So come on over to the bench, we'll unbox this, I'll give you a look at the box, and then give you a quick demonstration in my truck how this works. So here we are with the Ottocast Car TV Mate. This is pretty much going to work with any vehicle that has CarPlay. It's going to make the CarPlay wireless, and it's going to get, this particular version is going to give me an HDMI input. So what does that allow me to do? Well, I can hook up things like my TV, Fire Sticks, any sort of screencaster. That way, if I wanted to stream directly from my phone to my vehicle screen, could do that. Or what I'm going to demonstrate for you today, the set-top boxes. I like my Apple TV, so that's what I'm going to use for you in the truck today. Then I'll obviously show you how the Apple CarPlay works as well. You can see on the side of the box, you can see they got the screen mirror adapter in, TV stick, or you could even do a DVD player. Back of the box, not much to see there. You've got some stickers on the top and bottom to open it. And once you get in here, there's not just a whole lot. You got your plastic tray, but you don't need a whole lot. And you got the Ottocast itself. It's pretty straightforward. It's got a nice braided cable here. It's made, this thing's durable, guys. They're not cheaply made. They don't ever feel that way. None of them I've ever handled anyway. And you got just a regular USB-A, old school there, but they've also been thoughtful enough, as you know, we're progressing in time here. A lot of things are transitioning to USB-C. So if your car has USB-C, you can use this adapter, plug it in just like so, and you got a USB-C. I won't be needing this today because my truck still has the old school USB-A plug-in. So this is literally all we need, but this is a nice little bonus here. I'm a tech guy and I'm always needing little things like this, so I'll be holding on to this. The unit itself got a nice little shiny ring around it, and then on the bottom here we've got the HDMI in plug as well as the USB plug. So you could use this to piggyback off of it, so if you wanted to make your, charge your phone or something like that, you could certainly do that and still keep your CarPlay wireless. It's got a little indicator light at the bottom here that you'll get to see whenever we plug it in the truck. Back of the casing, not much there. It's well built though. I mean, the casing's solid. It's a nice solid plastic, and the braided cable's really nice. And I like that they've included a Velcro strap on it. That way you can kind of keep it all tangled up. As you guys know, especially if you're trying to go wireless, you want to try to keep that cable as small as you can. Cable management is a good thing. And this, lucky for me, I can pretty much tuck it in my console, hide it away, and then I've got wireless CarPlay, or if the kiddos are with me on a long car trip or something like that, then we can plug into the HDMI and watch our Apple TV, Amazon Firebox, whatever the case may be. All right, guys, we've made it over to the truck. I'm sitting in it, and I'm filming on my iPad, so I apologize if the audio quality degraded a little, but I need my iPhone to show you exactly how this is going to integrate. And I've also got my Apple TV hooked up in here. Now, the Apple TV is just for demonstration. You don't have to use the Apple TV. Whatever sort of streaming stick that you've got, or whatever plugs into the HDMI. Heck, I've got a USB-C to HDMI, so I could stream right from my phone if I wanted to. And they make some CarPlay adapters that'll stream as well too. You get the idea. But let's go ahead, and I'm gonna show you how to set this up from scratch. So I'll flip you around here. Got my phone in my lap. I've got the keys to the truck there, and Ottocast right here, right? All we're going to do is we're going to come over to the center console, and I'm going to plug it in my open USB that allows for CarPlay. Whenever I plug this in, you're going to notice as soon as I hit my key to my truck, a little light at the bottom, it's going to turn blue. And we got to do red. We got to do that initial setup to get it synced up, and this is a one and done deal. So now we need to hook the phone up, right? All I need to do is go to my settings on my phone, go to my Bluetooth, and you're going to see, look, hey, it wants to pair with my phone. So I hit pair, and then you're going to see it popped up there, Auto D66C, and look at that. You got Apple CarPlay right there. Literally one tap, and CarPlay is ready to go. So I tap that. You can see it says, hey, do you want to do HDMI or do you want to do CarPlay? In my particular place, I want to do CarPlay. You're going to see it's going to connect to my phone. It's asking here if I want to connect to CarPlay. I hit connect. And this right here, this is just the initial setup. That was a one-time deal. I'm good now. Every time I turn my car off and back on, I've got wireless CarPlay, no problem. Nice thing about wireless CarPlay too is it shows your battery life right there. So you can see here, I mean, just thumbing through everything. It's smooth. It works exactly like it should. Siri works like it should. Everything works just like it should. Let's say we didn't want to be in CarPlay, right? Well, every time we start it up, it's going to ask us that CarPlay or that HDMI option. So what I'm going to do is, let's say kids are getting a little restless. It's time to watch some TV. I'm going to unplug it and plug it back in. That's going to get us back into our boot menu here in just a second. So now I can take the Ottocast here. Remember my HDMI plug-in I've got? I'm going to take my HDMI off my Apple TV. And I'm also going to plug it right in here. Now I've got an HDMI in source. Of course, with the Apple TV, I've got a 110, 120 plug here in the truck right here, so that's not a problem for me. If you didn't have something like that, you might want to use a Fire Stick or something, but most vehicles have these days, and it's not really a problem. But if you didn't, and you needed a power source, then use, a Fire Stick or something like that, or, use a 12-volt adapter to get what you need. But nonetheless, now what we're going to do is, instead of the Apple CarPlay, I'm still going to hit the logo there, right? And this time I'm going to choose HDMI. It tells me I got no signal because I don't have power to this thing. So I'm going to push a few buttons, try to wake up the old sleepy Apple TV. Helps turn that key on. So now it's waking up. You're going to see, look, we got an Apple logo right there. And then here in just a second, it's going to boot to the screen of the Apple TV. There we go. Look at that. And the remote works in here just like it should. So if I go over to, say, we're going to do Pluto TV. It's going to load up my Pluto TV. And the volume works just as it should. It's like I'm watching, I love Judge Judy, guys. So just making sure I don't get a risk of a copyright strike by, showing any sort of videos or audio that I shouldn't, that I'm not entitled to do so. Just want to do that quick demonstration there for you to show that, the Apple TV works great and turn the volume up and down with the knob there on the steering wheel. It works just like it should. And I mentioned too that, you can use your Fire Stick, your DVD player. I mean, whatever it is, it doesn't have to be an Apple TV. As long as you've got something that you can plug an HDMI into. Heck, for your phone, they make little adapters. Like I've got a USB-C to HDMI adapter, and I think they make a Lightning one too. And you can get them fairly inexpensive on Amazon or somewhere like that. In fact, I think Ottocast is running a sale where you get a free one if you buy from them. But you can see, it works just like it should. Also, just to let you know with this, the intent of it is not to be driving and watching a video. The intent is that maybe you're on your lunch break, maybe you work out in the field and there's some downtime between delivery of parts, or different things like that. You're waiting on another guy. You can sit in your vehicle and you can watch YouTube, Netflix, whatever it may be that you want to watch. Or even if you're going down the road and you want to put something on for the kiddos to watch in the back seat, doesn't mean you have to watch it. I would not encourage you to watch TV while you're driving down the road. That's how car accidents happen. There's a reason that texting while driving is legal, right? So let's just get that conversation out of the way, because I know there's going to be a few folks jumping below to mention that. But guys, this thing works. All the stuff that I've got from Ottocast, it's tried, it's proven, it's worked well for me. Now, before you do buy, make sure to visit the link down below. Check out this particular one. I want to make sure that it works with your car. They've got a list of everything that it is compatible. It's a very wide gamut of everything, but I'd hate for you to think that it's compatible with every single vehicle that has CarPlay. Just double check, make sure yours is on that list. I'm sure it is. And for sub under $100, you can turn your CarPlay wireless in your vehicle and have an HDMI in source to watch videos or whatever the case it may be in your vehicle. Guys, appreciate you checking out the video. As I said earlier, I'll leave a link down below for you guys to this exact one. Also, be sure to check out my other Ottocast videos. Maybe you want something that's a little more hot rod, higher end. I've got the Ottocast AI Box P3 that I really like, and that's been kind of my daily driver. But I've got one in my Duramax. We've got one in my wife's car. I've even got one for my dad now. So they're really solid products, guys. All right, until the next video, take care.